Absolutely, Nick. This has just got to be the beginning or the tip of the iceberg. You've got to remember last year they came back deflated from a Socceroos World Cup campaign. There was a lot of criticism in regards to Ange Postecoglou and all this young blood coming through, but didn't these players really prove themselves? 10 goal scorers, 14 goals in the tournament. So I think the future of Australian football is in good hands.
There has been a lot of talk about Tim Cahill and what he will do, but we have seen that players like Massimo Luongo, the future of the game is strong in Australia.
Yeah, that's right. So I did actually try to probe some of the players, read Timmy Cahill and his future, but everyone's keeping their cards very close to their chest. But as you said, Nick, you've got some amazing players out there. Massimo Luongo, I don't think many people even knew him prior to the beginning of the tournament, and you can imagine some contracts that may be offered to him coming up, but he's really one of the stars of the tournament and won, as I said before, 10 different goal scorers. It's a fantastic achievement.
Daniela Intili reports.
Super Rugby's newest champions are still on cloud nine and understandably a tad dusty after their historic breakthrough. A handful of Waratahs players will now turn their focus to international duty, where they're hoping their success will help inspire the Wallabies break a 12-year Bledisloe drought.
Reporter Daniela Intili is at Sydney.
Well, Catherine, they've set the benchmark this entire season, and there's a real sense of anticipation. Tonight could be their night.
Let's not pretend, because the Crusaders have a formidable record against the Waratahs. It's looking like quite a task for the Tars.
Jeremy, it's absolutely intimidating. They hold an 11-game unbeaten run against the Waratahs, including the 2005 and 2008 finals in Christchurch. The Crusaders are gunning for an historic 8th Super Rugby title, and what makes this matchup even all the more intriguing is that neither side has faced each other at all this season.
Saints over Freo. What is going on?
I cannot believe it. Lenny Hayes, perhaps they wanted to, play tribute to Lenny Hayes after he announced his retirement last week. But Fremantle came into this game having won its past 8 games. The Saints were in last, as you know. They were off the back of 11th straight losses, but they completely dominated from the opening bounce. They won by 58 points. Perhaps a bit of revenge on Ross Lyon, their former coach, who walked out on them a few years ago. The tumultuous NRL career of Todd Carney could be over after the Sharks tonight sacked their star playmaker over a lewd photo. Ukraine's Vladimir Klitschko has successfully defended his world heavyweight title after defeating Queensland's Alex Leapai in Germany. The 34-year-old survived 4 rounds but was knocked down in the 5th. Australia needs 4 wickets tomorrow to take a 2-0 lead in the Ashes series, with England grimly holding on in the second test at the Adelaide Oval. The NRL judiciary will convene tonight to consider a biting charge against Canterbury's James Graham.
What with Daniela Intili and Daniela, NRL, I guess it wouldn't be finals if there wasn't some controversy.
That's right. I think Manly did deserve to win, but heartache for the Cowboys and the way it was won. The Sydney to Hobart began in 1945 when a group of Sydney yachtsmen planned a post-World War II trip down to Hobart. 66 years on, and this great race is not only an iconic part of Australian sport, it's ranked among the toughest in the world.
Daniela Intili is at the SCG with all the details.
Well, both Brett Lee and Mitchell Johnson were forced to withdraw today due to illness and injury.
ESPN's Daniela Intili sat down with the winner of 7 Grand Slam singles titles.
You were named number 1 2 years in a row. Are you at the top of your game?
Always room for improvement. To ESPN's Daniela Intili.
So the coach has come under some media scrutiny over his selection of overage players. What's your reaction to that? And Cricket Australia will announce squads tomorrow for the upcoming tours of England. Juanita?
Thanks, Danny.